And that's the thing, he's picked it up so quick. Now we are going to Haven. It's Liquid's pick, it's Liquid's bread and butter. But sometimes with Liquid, this gets very close, Mitch.
Well, it absolutely does. When you look down through the history of Haven, you can see obviously they beat FunPlus Phoenix, but it was 13-11. So by no means was it an easy game. And a lot of their wins, a lot of their losses are up and around that 13-10, 13-9 scoreline. So for Team Liquid, it's not like they're absolute experts on the map, although they've got a 71% win rate, which is pretty decent, obviously. One thing I do like, ever since they've taken the Reyna out, they've obviously had a lot of success. You look at the game versus, it was Esoteric in the mandatory cups, and not the biggest of deals. But then when they went in more recently to play up against FunPlus Phoenix, you were able to see a lot from Scream when it came down to those early fights. He was tied first in First Bloods, but also the fact that he's so constantly able to hold down solo map control.
Gotta stop you there, Mitch. A fast push coming in. Scream and eXerZ are just wrecking him. jonba tries to fire back. There's 2 swift headshots delivered, but that's all he's gonna get for now. He's all alone, 10 health and a dream, and this dream is about to be ruined because they will not be getting the pistol round unless it's a huge error on Liquid's part. They tried a fast push and they were completely ready for it. You do not want to run into Scream and eXerZ on the pistol round full force like that.
No, you absolutely don't. Those are the guys we've been talking about as being big fraggers, certainly when it comes to Scream there in the pre-show. And then, obviously, eXerZ as well. We mentioned he had 9 opening duels in the second map of their series the other day.
Yeah. Now, one thing, Mitch, I want you to look at for me. How many games is Scream using Reyna on at the moment? How often are they changing? How often are they mixing it up? And with everyone else, how does it work? Because I keep coming back to that time. We heard about Tom Biz talking to Sliggy in an interview, right? And Tom was telling us that Sliggy is all about finding out what agents are going to be best for what map and what suits his team best. He does not care about which agents they prefer and stuff like that. Obviously, they will have their preferences, but they're all on this mission of using the best agents to win whatever needs to happen. Now, jonba getting the spike here is very good, regardless of how the rest of this has gone. They didn't want to push into A. They don't want to give him any opportunity. They do know that they're here for a reason, right? They don't want to underestimate him. The slow goes in. They start to push him into position. Quick guess where he is. Headshot delivered. And a very easy round there for Team Liquid.
So the Reyna play is something that they had quite a little while ago. We saw it coming out up to like 1 or 2 months ago when Scream initially joined the roster, but they strayed away from it. It's always been a big play when it came to Haven. They've deployed it, I think, 4 times out of the 21 that they've played here. Or no, that's only out of the last 12 times they've played it. 4 have been with Reyna. Various different combinations around that. But most recently, I think in the last week and a half, that's where we've seen Scream go back, where he left playing around a breach, which was so consistently what he took after he left Reyna initially, and went back over to this very individually skilled agent. It still gives you some flashes. They're not quite as good, and you have to push off them much quicker than what you would the others to try and make advantage for their shot.
Well, A play coming in once again. soulcas and eXerZ good for 1 each, but eXerZ falls. Giants using good smokes. They found themselves some cover, and another kill on the board. Scream has gone down. This is a problem. soulcas is trying to go around the side, and that's beautiful. No chance of them getting that spike put down. He's also going to be in a position now where he has his ult ready. The nade goes up. It's going to do some nice damage. They have to move out the way. KRYPTIX is there to finish him off, and only the Omen remains. Giants tried again to bust into this A bomb site, but it's not going to be possible.
Here.
Oh, donk! That's what you want to see. Pistol whipping. Link did not expect that.
There we go, though. soulcas up close. Should catch this. He just pulled back off the angle. Allowed donk to get inside the smoke, but not to do anything from within it.
Not the end of the world. They still made it work. 2-0. Happy days.
Vodafone Giants now in a spot that, I mean, they're behind by a little bit, but really when you lose the pistol, you expect that. The problem really for them is that they went in for that hard play, right? They decided to take the force by round 2. It leaves them with not a lot of money. And now they will just have to really take this one on the chin and go 3-0 down.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? They wanted to force into it. They thought maybe we can give them a bit of a surprise coming out with that buy into it. Not going to work out for them, at least for now. Very forward here. Oh, that was so much damage. If there was more than one player there, that would be devastating, Mitch. Scream, though, Pushing down C long. He'll now pay the price with his life. The Giants can't push on it just yet. They're forced back. The slow was in play. They're really trying to make the most of these rounds, and I respect it. It's quite often or not, you don't really get a lot done, do you?
Well, this is the thing I've argued for a long time back in Counter-Strike, and I'll argue it here as well. If you can manage to make ecos and light buys work for you more than other teams, you're going to find a lot more success when it comes down to games in general, because you'll make sure that you see more ecos if you can from your opponents.
soulcas is like, oh, I just got out of there. Just to manage to escape. This is actually so doable for him. soulcas, you got to check those obvious corners, my friend. You left eXerZ all alone. It's going to be clutch mode coming out from him. Down the side, they're both poking at the same time. Smart decision, good communication from Giants, and they pick up a round that really they had no business in winning. Screen went down at the beginning there, and that just opened up such an opportunity for Giants to take advantage of.
Attacking side on Haven, you definitely have the best chance of making these rounds successful for a number of reasons. There's angles like in towards Garage, where you're pretty much only going to have one player defending. You can just storm that down with pistols. If you get that kill and pick up a rifle, there's only one guy C now all of a sudden. And if your pace is fast enough, you'll end up with rotates from the A site that are barely near their spawn by the time you're planting the spike. It's a really, really long rotate for the defenders on this map. And I feel like you need to be much more active in going for the early aggression in finding that information. It's why I like the likes of a Sova when it comes down to playing on this. But they've decided to go... look, to me, if I was to replace somebody, it would be the Raze. I would put a Sova in here instead. It gives you information gathering. And because this is such a large map, in general, you're not going to find that much damage with a Raze. Those early nades are harder to make work. Granted, we've already seen success, but it's how consistently you can pull that out versus the value that a Sova would bring you in being able to say, oh, A-long's completely clear. We can, rotate one extra player towards the other side of the map. They're doing that at the moment, you see, leaving the Raze solo. The problem is that's not off the back of solid information. And even when they do push long to aggressively take the control, you're risking yourself dying rather than just firing a little arrow up.
Yeah, and having that extra opportunity to scout ahead, right? That's what it's all about. soulcas will do a bit of scouting on his own, though, using the boom bot to his advantage.
Shadows traveling.
Oh, eXerZ spots out one. He can't land the shots. They're pushing. And he did do a bit of damage onto Yurii, but he couldn't find the kill. The rest of Liquid trying to get in. The boombot's there. The ult gets dropped, but he only gets one. It's donQ who got rolled over this time around. Oh, this is nice. Scream's going to try and push on this. They do manage to pop it, but he's found a way through for now. Needs to be careful. There's two players just outside as he tries to come round, but KRYPTIX is there to help him out. One player left. They're trying to find him. Link. Oh, nicely done. Judge in hand. 3 players still alive. The spike diffused and a third round for Liquid. Really like how Scream approached that. Didn't go too far. He made sure they had to spend some time. And the Raze ult that came in straight away. Yes, it only got 1 kill, but taking donQ down just meant that there was only 1 player left in the site itself. The spike went, yeah, this is it. Look, boom, donQ goes down, spike gets planted, and then they're in a bit of a sticky situation because no one else wants to push back in.
It stopped that aggression as well because donQ could have gotten himself up into that smoke over towards the C side, potentially cut off the rotation and opened up a completely new angle that they would have on lockdown. So it's super, super valuable for them to maintain that control. Now on the 3-1 scoreline, Team Liquid are ahead by a little bit. They're pulling back after not being after being defeated by the practically full eco by Vodafone Giants. No, that's interesting. The drone makes steps on the... Or maybe that was actually Fatino at the same time because he's just charging forward, destroying people with the knives. But out comes Link from the smoke. Good for 2. Looks over towards the back of the site. But Fatino's already dealt with soulcas on the rotate to take him down. And we talked about Link. We talked about the ability that he's got. And my God, we're seeing it straight away. He spotted the cape, but he's not able to take down the Crusader as eXerZ takes the shot and the head clean off to put it back to a 2v2.
That was some overconfidence, though, for me, Mitch. That was not what you want to see him doing. I get it. He was feeling he got a couple of kills in there, but there was no need for him to poke down C-Long. The spike's already down. It's under their control. Just overextending a little bit there actually pays a price where the round could still go the way of Giants here.
Oh, the ult coming through after the info, and he's now spotted. Eccles in such a bad spot, but soulcas manages to trade back. He's tagged up, now on low HP with 35 seconds remaining. Also, they know that soulcas is on the right side. This could be huge if he manages to swing through and find this kill. jonba actually not knowing he's right that close, but the shot's missed by soulcas. Eventually, he gets his third kill of the round, but boy, did it come close.
Unacceptably close as well. That should have been a 3v2, turned into a 1v1 that should have potentially been a 2v1. Liquid, they do get the round. I'm not going to take that away from them, but some of these decisions here, this is brilliant from Link, by the way. Once again, we get to see it. Just comes through the smoke, pops one, pops two, but then the spike's down. He does this, and after this, they won't show it, but the wall goes up. He's on top of the wall. He just peeks again. It's just unnecessary. Little details like that can be reasons you lose rounds you should not be losing.
If you don't have the spike dropped, go for it. That's the kind of time I'll accept that. But when you know you have it, why? Oh, look at those openings! soulcas with the nade early on, Scream straying on in to take eXerZ down. And we talked about the lack of nade really, causing a lot of impact. And yet so far, it's actually done a lot for them. soulcas making it work and going against the grain.
jonba's got to find a way to go against that grain, but instead, the rest of his teammates are going to be met with full force. Scream still up there, doing what he does best. One player tucked away. Scream seems to have an idea that this could be the case. Link, he's on the flank. He finds himself one. It was no problem at all. They try to spot him out. The information's been passed over, and they do that so well. Scream takes a few shots. Yurii looks back up. Link then gets the kill. 5-1 now. And this is a very convincing start coming out from Team Liquid.
I love that. It's so well handled because the peek down on short alongside the nade. Now again, over aggression coming through when soulcas swings. He's the player that doesn't have anybody to trade him. If Scream goes in for it, well, he can immediately have his teammate KRYPTIX run around the corner and grab the trade, but that's not really possible with the setup that soulcas had, being alone on long. And losing him means the other players have to immediately back off and give up all the control they've got.
Oh, Scream getting aggressive now, this time out of B mid. Fatino's not going to see him either. He's just hanging in the window, but he's looking at doors instead. Scream looking to see if anyone might be poking out. He's not made any noise, though. This is the benefit. Oh, and there's a few players that could be coming his way. They go to look for it. Oh, timing. Oh, so unlucky for Scream there. He thinks he can pop it, but instead Yurii was ready and waiting for him. 3 players there and less than ideal, but this gives Giants a good chance to push into the B site. Eccles believes he might be able to flank his way around, but he's going to have to go fast. soulcas back on the ult, but this time it doesn't connect.
I know exactly.
Link's trying to push his way around. The Cypher's going to be able to get him the information, and that means Giants now have a really good idea on where they might be able to go. soulcas, he's going far too fast. They are just completely lost. Link, he knows that Liquid have lost the information, they've lost the control, and they just are struggling to play off it.
Oh, KRYPTIX with the pre-fire, wasn't able to get it done. Now he's trapped in a corner and hunted down by Yurii. Heals up for Yurii as well, but he continues to fight, not popping it for himself or his teammate. They ultimately end up coming out on top. A second round now secured for Vodafone Giants as they go up 5-2. Go down 5-2, really. Team Liquid are definitely dominating for the moment. But those early rounds, they can always come back to bite you.
There was a few sloppy mistakes there from Liquid, though, right? Scream, okay, he pushed, then he was trying to do his ult, he got killed. That's fair enough. Eccles then went for the push round, but then all the information that was being had and what was going on the B site, as they were losing players, they were losing so much map control, and Giants didn't just commit to the B site. They were just running around, going elsewhere. And you just felt like Liquid at that point, it just got too chaotic for them, and they couldn't even make sense of it.
You know, generally when you look at Haven, this is a map where Team Liquid so far have been slow to start. They warm up into it the longer they go on. In fact, they've never won, or the majority of the time, they lose the first half, regardless of which side they start on. That's out of 21 matches.
Wow.
It's like 47, 48%. It's a small majority, but it is a majority nonetheless.
Nice.
But then that second half is always solid from them. And if they're getting this much damage done early on, I start to really worry for Vodafone Giants. With Scream having that opening and being able to fade out immediately, we see what we talk about when we say we'd like him on the Reyna. The ability to disengage or to heal yourself and continue fighting is something that a smart player and also such an individually capable player like Scream is going to be able to maximize the potential of.
And someone like Scream as well, who's so mechanically skilled, not just in the aim as well.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got their fast reactions to make sure that's a possibility. That's the key point here. Many players struggle with Reyna because they just can't be as decisive as a player like Scream is.
Oh, yeah. And even oftentimes it can come down to just don't overthink it. Just do whatever your initial response is to do.
Yeah, first thought, boom,
Yeah.
done.
Overthink it, you're going to end up stalling, getting caught.
Oh, KRYPTIX, he's got good information now. He's heard the Jett move forward. The smoke is down. He needs to play this real smart. Doesn't want to jump up high just yet. And just as he does, eXerZ is able to take the hit on him. Sight control is going to be had. Oh, still playing off the side of the smoke, but that's not going to work out. Fatino didn't try to spam through the smoke himself. Was just trying to line up the shots. And, well, that's not going to work out. And Odin may be in play, but it's still going the way of Giants. The time's ticking away, though. And there's a great opportunity here. Link's getting the job done. The spike's on the floor. There is no way they're going to win this.
Not at all, unless jonba was able to line them up, but you can see that a very passive position from soulcas led to the round win, but even still, able to come through and grab a little bit of damage.
jonba just one of those extra style points at the end, man.
Yeah. But look, he's also farming old points. Right? He was just away from it, and now, there you go, he's got it. Didn't even need to dive for it. 6-2, that lead is now firmly in favor of Team Liquid, and you have to say, they've been looking clean, and for this strong of an early performance from them, it really just goes on to cement what we've been saying, that they are a team that we expect to dominate Vodafone Giants, and that this shouldn't be anywhere near as competitive as the previous series we saw Giants in. NIP are inconsistent, and they operate at a much lower level than Liquid.
And when we saw Giants yesterday, let me get my stuff up on that game. So they went 1-1 against NIP, right? It was the 14-12 on Ascent. On Bind, it was 13-9 to NIP. Admittedly, we said it wasn't a NIP that was in full force. But one thing we can't say is we really know the level of what this Giants can offer and what they can do. And I think that's the exciting part for us now is how do they really match up against Liquid? Can they get these extra rounds in here? Because if they can show they can put up a good fight against a team like Liquid, then cool, yeah, legit. If they can't, then we're into a problem.
100%. Liquid. Moving in towards B. There's going to be a heavy defense having to be mounted by eXerZ. Towards the back of the site. They know that now. They saw the paranoia come out. That's a very aggressive shock dart. eXerZ hit by it, but still able to take down donQ. Unfortunately, the TP is a little bit too aggressive, and he's able to be caught out. After clearing back site, they're happy to just res donQ and leave him alive. The mark's going down on where he was res, but unfortunately he's already moved. The barrel spotted. Link sneaking up. This should be a free kill. He clears the other angles and misses all the bullets. Luckily, though, eXerZ took a little too long to react.
Yeah, luckily not missing absolutely all the bullets. That's a good grenade coming out as well. What a retake coming in from Liquid. This is how you get it done. Only the Omen to find. It's donQ who was revived, which means he's got no shield. They're on the defuse already, and it's an easy kill for Scream to pick up. Headshots delivered, and a 7th round secured. Liquid, it doesn't matter which pressure comes their way. They may drop a couple of rounds. The revive even comes in as well from Link. He's like, you know what, let's just save some money. Let's bring a weapon back in. Why the hell not?
Well, at this stage, you know, if you go that many rounds without being able to use your ult, eventually you're like, well, do I use it as an economy res, or do I just not use it? Well, those are your choices. And for Team Liquid 7-2 up, I think it's just reinforce that economy. Because look, they've got a huge lead. Look how many players they're losing. The reality is they've not got a lot of money built up, and if they lose just one round, that's an opportunity for Vodafone Giants to put them down to an eco.
Yeah, they've had 2 in a row, then 3 in a row, then 2 in a row. In the 2 rounds, they're breaking that up, the Giants have got. And that's how bad their money is. It's not the most ideal situation. We haven't seen too much from eXerZ on the operator either this game.
No, it's been very much down to the rifle for him. Playing back at B side as well. I guess he didn't really feel like it at the moment. Reinforce. I think, yeah, he's got the judge. This is madness. Absolute madness. Destroy. Oh, no! Fatino's missed the shot. They do manage to deal with Link eventually, but the ult is just thrown away completely.
Yeah, when you miss a big right click like that, all your knives are gone, and then you're going to be completely just out in the open. Luckily, Yurii was great with the Sheriff in hand.
Oh, Bulldog. It's such a strong weapon. It's so solid. Here comes the ult, the showstopper, and it gets a double. Yurii and Fatino lined up outside the garage. soulcas ready to swing on through with his teammate and take a 3rd kill. The first with a bullet, the other 2 rocketing in.
Domination. soulcas. What a way to get that one done. Saving himself and saving his teammates for sure. It's just the right timing.
Yeah, I saw Raze. I saw soulcas coming in towards the spawn. And then, I'm not sure which player it was, ran over to group up. It was Fatino. Look, he just runs over. It's like, no!
And the walls there as well, so
Yeah.
they had nowhere to go.
Absolutely. That was just heartbreaking.
soulcas is having a great game as well. He's right up there.
Right up the top of the scoreboard. And it's funny because I feel like Raze has had a massive impact on this map when
The
generally we don't see
grenades,
that.
The pushing together, right? We're seeing sometimes eXerZ and Scream push A long, then other times we're seeing eXerZ and soulcas push long, and then sometimes even getting Scream and soulcas do it. See, there's so many combinations, I can't remember them all.
This is the problem with like a team like Vodafone Giants. I feel like their coordination is going to be far behind what a team like Liquid would be. Look,
Agreed.
that alone shows it. Showstoppers popped and they run towards each other. That just can't happen.
I think they really both, because the cage was down as well,
Yeah,
right?
like,
So they were
maybe
like,
can
oh, we're
hide.
just going to escape. And then it was like, oh no.
He's decided
There's
to
a
shoot the
wall
cage.
here as well.
But it's because there was a teammate in Garage who was hearing the steps close to the wall, so they were just calming, obviously, like near the cage. So easy rocket.
So jonba, your position is going to be known. Your drone at least was found. Straight away, Link's on top of that. That's an easy one for him to pick up. Another kill coming in for soulcas. He delivers the heady. So it's just Giants at the moment just walking out to their death. Oh no, all the footsteps going to be heard.
Oh
Boom,
man,
boom.
easy as can be.
One more to find. It is the Omen. He knows it's a teleport. soulcas going for the next, and it's all headshots. 3 kills. He's just making this look so easy. soulcas is having one of those games where he's not just feeling it, but he's also in the game, getting all his abilities on point. It's just everything is working out for him, and that's why he's up at 20 kills already. 11 on his closest to him on either team. He'll be up at another ult surely by now.
Gotta be. Pretty damn close. Oh, 1 away? 2 away? Screen's far away. It's hard to see.
It's not just my eyesight then, see?
Yeah, I've
Young
got
boy, you
young
should have
eyes.
better eyesight than this.
Well, it's because the colors are so like this is small.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's 1 away.
Excuses.
That would be my guess. That would be my gamble. We've had a pause come in 1 second. Oh no. Are the walls gone? They are. No, they're not. They're not. Sorry. Never mind. So it's okay.
No, it's just the angle we're at.
Yeah, it looked like they disappeared. Wait. Has the one on long disappeared? It definitely has. It's not there. You can't see it. So long's disappeared and the other walls are intact? What the hell is that? They must have paused it at like the millisecond.
No, it's
the
not,
most-
because eXerZ is hitting it.
Oh, it's just like a visual bug.
Yeah, we just can't see it on jonba's screen. So if our observer goes to eXerZ, we should see it in front of him.
No.
No. Thanks for that. Yeah, cheers. That was perfectly timed. Yeah, look, we can't see them, but
Okay.
they're definitely there.
That's
Yeah.
pretty interesting. Yeah. I was wondering, like, what the hell? Can they just walk up, like, tactical pause, just walk up long? Okay, we're ready.
I like how Cypher is so in tune with the game. He responds when I'm not even
He's
talking
listening to
it.
us. He's
Yeah.
like, no, guys, sorry. You're watching me
It's
now.
like, no, this is not yours.
That would have been an interesting tac pause, though. Our tactic is to walk up to the short wall and then start the round.
Yeah, and then just explode onto the site. How did we get there so fast? I don't
Tactical
know.
pause, bro. This is big brain.
The real tactical pause that delivers insane tactics.
Here we go. The walls are definitely gone now. You can't see them, and you can't see eXerZ because he's dead. He's been disintevaporated. Peeked straight away on long.
Disintevaporated.
There you go. It's disintegrated and evaporated at the same time.
Is that an Irish thing?
I have no idea. I heard it before.
Okay.
Definitely not a real word, but
Yep.
it sounds cool. Disintevaporated.
Disintevaporated.
I think it's
Sounds
from,
like
like-
something from Futurama.
I think it's from one of those shows, like it's like a spoof on sci-fi.
The site is secure here for Giants. But the retakes from Liquid have been so strong. Their Cypher needs a bit of a heal as well. Oh, straight into it, Link.
Here.
No respect shown. That Cypher didn't have health anyway.
Does he know about
The
the
slows
right
down. Is he going to check it? Oh, the kills are coming in though. soulcas, he's been on one today. The ult is back out, and here we go. He boombots his way through. Oh! So close. And it doesn't even matter. They get the kill, but have they got the time?
It's going to be so close. I don't know if they do. Oh, just about. Must have gotten on it
Wow.
a second before. Like as soon as Scream got that kill, he just
Yeah.
went for the defuse immediately.
must
He
have.
knew there's no other way we win the round.
10-2 first half domination from Liquid. Now they're on their attacking side. Did you say that was their better side?
They're very close, Team Liquid. Let me just have a look at the stats yet again. It's 1% in the difference, so. It's
So either way, Giants
It's
are
like-
not looking
it's-
at a good time.
technically, this is Team Liquid's worst side.
by 1%.
So they'll only get 9 rounds. Well, like 9.9 rounds. It's all right.
Depends when they get those 9.9 rounds and how Giants do. Giants going to have to come up with something super impressive when it comes to their pistol.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're looking at the fastest game we've had thus far.
James, the reality is you're on the defense now. You don't get to push them as a team. You now get 5 of the best players in the region running at you. And with what we've seen so far, without a lot of respect.
Ooh, donQ's position is going to be known. He's trying to hold on to it, and they just come straight out gunning for him. No problem at all, but Fatino's at least going to deliver one. Yurii trying to come round, might be able to do something here, but eXerZ somehow escapes. Did he even take any damage? eXerZ, you slippery snake, you managed to just get away with that. But eXerZ and Yurii, they're in the site. They're able to try and take back some control, but is it going to be enough here? eXerZ 1v3.
4 health.
Okay, yeah.
Not ideal.
This is not a good look.
He's got to headshot each of these guys close range to have any sort of a chance. It's got to be quick. It's got to be clinical. And it was anything but. eXerZ with a 3K to close out the round for Vodafone Giants. And at least a glimmer of hope, but it is at the end of a tunnel that's curving. It's very hard to see the light.
But there's still light.
It's only whatever's refracting off the stones, and stones don't refract very much.
Education lessons from Mitch.
There you go. The human body glows in the dark.
That goes there. This
Slightly.
goes here.
And you also have like lines, you know, like a tree, like the lines inside a tree. They're all over your skin. The human eye can't see them, but some animals can. So we're striped like a zebra to some animals. Interesting. You can see
look pretty scary.
Certain cameras have them. Just Banks, you'd be a very scary zebra.
Very big zebra.
Yeah.
With a beard. Oh wow, they just to push in, but they're just getting rolled on. This is good from Giants. Okay, they're only going up against pistols, but they want a bit of confidence boosting. A round like that's certainly going to do it. 5 still alive. The B push comes in, and Liquid don't even get close. Puts it to 10-4 though, and ultimately, like, we're expecting Liquid to do this so well. They're now getting the full buy into play, and this will be the true test for Giants. Everyone just falling around them one by one. donQ still impresses me as well, man. donQ and Yurii. Yeah. These are the ones.
Definitely. donQ has been, I think, my favorite to watch off this team so far in the 2 games that we've seen them.
Ooh, eXerZ has gone down, though. Patino with the operator. A bit of an A-stack in here early on. 3 players towards it. Liquid may not be expecting this at all. eXerZ trying to get a good read on what's going on around him.
There.
Scream's got quite far into this, but he's got to be careful. He will not be expecting this many people to be close. Oh! First one found. Put himself into a nice spot. How much more can he get done? Spike going to be planted. Liquid do have the sight, but they don't have the numbers advantage here. Oh, that's not going to work out. Fatino straight onto Scream. He couldn't react in time. And Fatino, he got the opening kill. He's looking to do some more damage as well. But can he find any of the remaining players? Oh, it's all going to come down to timing. Does this Cypher want to push out? The Omen smoke is down. Link. Oh, what? Link!
This is just
3v1.
Absolutely ridiculous at this point. As to how he gets away with that, I'll never understand.
Really good lineups for him. Everything is just a perfect head height. I thought that was it. I was like, okay, Giants just get another round.
Yeah, they're going to start closing in the distance, but nope. Real quick, they just came in to deny that one.
He just hyped up the party for Liquid.
Just turned them from Liquid into Plasma.
Here we go.
Super
so look, the Cypher pushes round, gets one, and that's it. Then it's straight dead to right. Oh, he comes around, so he gets the other 2 from the side. Ridiculous. And then the other one pushes into him. So good. Oh, Fatino, though, straight into the ult. He's going to try and push window. soulcas has got to be very careful here. This is dangerous, though, for Fatino, because they will be expecting something like this. Dead to right, no use of the ultimate for him. And he had no one to back him up either, right? So even if you've got a kill, the rest of them would start to push him round. It's very much a solo play that's less than ideal. And are they just going to wait for this wall to fade?
Looks like immediately you're going to see that eye go through. It pops.
Oh.
Paranoia to the right side. They're only worried about left at this point as they clear it out, but Scream needs to
needs
check
to
this
check.
corner. No one's looked at it just yet. Yurii goes out, finds one, and second on the spray down. Paranoia through to allow a peek, but it didn't catch the players. Link was still watching it on the scope, and we go into a 3 versus 3. The spike should be planted. Damage done by soulcas, the nade to keep them back, and now they move over. The escort is there. The smoke down to allow the cross to sight, as we will see the plant coming through from KRYPTIX. No, a wide swing, a dangerous one at that, as jonba now drops the spike, and Link to close it out with that kill, but it came close. And considering the control they have, I don't know why they didn't just plant.
I'm seeing far too many players line up by each other here, Mitch, though. Like,
Yeah.
Liquid just trying to give them around there.
Well, look, they are 11-4 up. Or they were, rather. They're 12-4 now. And the reality is, when you're that far ahead, I think you kind of throw caution to the wind. Like, realistically, they made the wrong play. The play was to plant that spike and play a 3 versus 2 retake with it planted for long where you've got control. And you had Garage as well. The decision instead... And also the nade went down to the defender spawn, so those players couldn't be pushing all that aggressively. But instead they went for the peaks and tried to get the duels because they're like, hey, look, we're pugging at this point.
So mean, Mitch. So mean.
Well, when you're 11-4 up and you're making plays like that, that's the nicest way I could phrase it, is that they're pugging.
Pugging and fragging. That's what the Liquid team has been about in this game.
Pop the old screen, do it.
You may as well at this point, right?
Do it.
Very slow push onto A. Again, though, 3 players towards here. Smokes go down. The grenade's gone up as well. soulcas isn't able to get anything as he starts to push into the site. Ult's going to be wasted with it. They're dancing around these Cypher cages. They've been hit by the shot darks as well. KRYPTIX. Caution in the wind. The wind's been taken out of Jett, though, for sure. Fatino's down and out of it. They're just dancing with each other through this. Who's going to push through first? Nicely done by jonq. eXerZ is there to back him up. And now Scream, he needs to put in some work, but he certainly needs some help. From the side, they start to come round. Headshot delivered. He goes in for it. He's non-stop. Headshots galore. They know they can't take him down yet. Link's just playing off the side of it. Scream wants some more action. He's hungry for it. Link's come in. If this is the way they do it, what on earth? Link and Scream absolutely manhandle giants, and they get that last round in style. It shouldn't even be possible. And Scream, he makes Reyna look so OP.
Absolutely.